Hi folks, today we're going to talk about the crime or crimes in Alabama of fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer. The reason I said crimes is that while this is actually one crime, it covers several different levels and layers of punishment. Anything from it being a Class C misdemeanor, which can get you up to 3 months in jail, to a Class B felony, which can get you 20 years in jail. And the difference is how the crime occurs. So let's talk about the basics first. The crime is if a person unlawfully and intentionally attempts to, by any means, flee or elude a law enforcement officer who is trying to arrest them or who gives a signal to stop. So if Bobby Joe is, driving his truck and the cop says, "You're under arrest. I got you for having some weed. You need to pull over. You're under arrest." And Bobby Joe says, "I ain't doing that," and takes off. That crime at this point is another crime, a Class C misdemeanor. When he's caught, he's going to be looking at an additional 3 months and an additional $500. Let's say that it's not even that Bubba runs a stop sign and the cop goes, "Hey, stop, pull over." Bubba sees him. He intentionally ignores him. He drives on. Well, when Bubba's caught, he's also looking at 3 months in jail and a $500 fine. This crime can also be a Class C felony. How does a Class C felony occur? Well, let's say Bubba is told by the cops, "Stop, I got a warrant for you for weed," or whatever. Bubba takes off. Well, Bubba's not a good driver. He cuts through the bowling alley and he smacks into another car, causes damages to the other car. That elevates the crime from a C misdemeanor to a C felony because of the damage to the other vehicle. And now he's looking at anywhere from a year and a day to 10 years in prison and a pretty substantial fine. Same thing, Bubba, cop stand, and this one's unfortunately pretty common, cop standing by the door. He says, "You need to stop, you're under arrest." Bubba's like, "Heck with that," takes off. Cop goes, "You ran over my foot." Well, in addition to potential other crimes from the cop, because cops are cops, he could be charged with the attempt to flee and elude version that involves physical injury to another one. Let's assume that the cop didn't get badly hurt, but now Bubba, from running away, he's looking at up to 10 years in prison. There's a third version, which is the most serious, which is a Class B felony. And in the Class B felony, if you do certain things, you're looking at up to 20 years in prison. You can have a fine of up to 30 grand. So what's the Class B? Well, if you cause serious physical injury or death to another person, then that makes it a Class B felony. So if Bubba takes off and when he does, he knocks the cop's leg clean off. Now cops peg leg Pete the cop, peg leg Pete the patrolman, whatever. If that happens, then that's now a Class B felony because he's caused serious physical injury. If Bubba goes through the bowling alley and Bob the bowler happens to be walking through and he gets clipped and killed by Bubba, then that crime alone, Bubba will probably have a bunch of other crimes, but that crime alone would be a Class B felony, and Bubba's looking at going to prison for up to 20 years. The other one, which to me it's odd that it's as punished as it is, but Bubba's like, "Oh man, cop told me to stop, but I know I got whatever, a joint in the car. I'm going to Tennessee." And he goes 20 miles over the speed limit. He crosses state lines. Well, he now is looking at a Class B felony because of that. Clearly, I don't want any of y'all to be facing criminal charges. But if you do and you're in a jam and you'd like our help, especially if it's in North Alabama where I practice, the Huntsville area, give us a call. The phone number's below. If you're not in the North Alabama area and you're in Alabama, you can give me a call. I may refer you to somebody else, but I'm happy to try to help you. If you want to try to help me, if you like this video, if you give us the thumbs up button and the like and do the subscribe thing and all of that, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I'm Attorney Andy Siegel.